Spire, yo mama's favorite podcast and the #1 unknown podcast in the world. Dude, I gotta show you a video.
This is what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 weeks in to owning a home. Shout out to my guy Tone, my best man Tone.
Oh God.
One of my best friends, Tone. Because little did I know this gift that he gave us 2 years ago would come in handy yesterday.
Do you have more rodents?
No, God, no.
Dude got a possum in his own home now.
All right, I'm going to hand you my phone. Watch this video, and then I will send it to you.
I was like, am I
make
putting
sure
this in
you
here?
pop this up right the fuck here so that way people can see it. I was going to keep it a secret, but, you know, when adversity hits, you find comedic relief after you know everything's okay.
I'm nervous.
So, Dylan Thacker, would you please watch this video?
Gladly.
So, for the people that are...
What? Well, they would have seen it at this point.
Well, unless they're only listening to audio, I'm
True.
going to explain real quick for the people that aren't watching the video on any of the platforms. I almost burnt down our house yesterday after 2 months of living in
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yes, I almost burnt down our home yesterday after 2 weeks of living in it. And let's just say dinner could have been hot, but it was cold.
What was that? Was that a steak?
No. So I make Italian chicken. And the way that I do it is I put it on foil first in like a little foil boat.
Uh-huh.
Make sure that it's cooked 75% of the way through. Then I put it on the grate so that way it doesn't dry out. The flavor stays. And then when I go to flip it, I put it back into the salad dressing, the Italian dressing, and then I put it back onto the grill. So everything's going smooth yesterday. Make the chicken. It's absolutely phenomenal, even though it was cold by the time that I ate it. And I look out there, I sit down, I make my
charred.
I sit down, I make my plate, and I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot to turn the grill off. You know how you can see like the fumes coming out like of the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went out there and I was like, God, this thing is hot. And so like I hardly open it and I see flames in there. I'm like, what the fuck? Now, I had a traumatic experience as a kid of a grease fire. This is like not joking around. I mean, we can laugh because it's fine now, but like
Thanks for the permission because I was going to.
a traumatizing thing growing up. We were at my aunt and uncle's house, and I was over with my cousins. We were playing games. Our babysitter at the time, because we were younger, was cooking us French fries. Had grease on the stove, and we're playing. And my
y'all
cousin
were getting like real French fries, bro.
Yeah, and my cousin was like, "Fire!" And the babysitter was like, what? Looks over. This pot that the grease was boiling in is literally just flames coming out of it. She runs over.
How old is your babysitter at this time, you think? Had to be like a teenager, right?
Oh, no, like 40s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's worse.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, a teenager just out here using grease for fries? That's kind of crazy.
But you got to think, air fryers weren't a thing back then, so... That's how my granny cooked it. We had a French fry maker. We put that fucking Crisco grease in there, the good stuff that'll keep an engine running forever. And that's how we would fry them. But this was just a pot.
I love America, dude.
She runs over, grabs the pot, throws it into the, not literally throws it, but like grabs it, throws it into the sink, turns on the water. If you know anything about grease, you do not mix liquids with grease because you will get a combustion. That fucking water hit it. I'm not joking, bro. The whole fucking kitchen in the house was engulfed in a big flame ball that then turned black and everything. I grabbed my little cousin. We run out of the front door. Luckily, it wasn't like hot enough, long enough where it like caught the cabinets and stuff on fire. But dude, there was smoke damage throughout the whole like first floor of the house, or at least like that wing of it. And we had a learning lesson as kids, like, you guys, this is why everybody's safe, but like we need to let you know, like when there's a grease fire, you do not put liquid on it. So this has stuck with me. So I sit down, see that, go out there. I'm like, oh, fuck. And Lo's like, dump water on it as she's filming me. So one, why was her first reaction to take a camera out and film me? So I go sprinting in my socks because I'm trying to get used to not wearing shoes in the house. I know that I'm wearing them in here, totally fine, because socks on a podcast would just be weird.
I don't even have socks on, so that'd be really weird.
Yeah, I don't want that. And so I go sprinting through the house in my socks. The dogs are chasing me. I slide across the floor going out to the garage, grab the handle, pull myself back. Decky comes sliding across the floor. Wind slides across the floor. Go out there, grab the fire extinguisher that Tone gave us. It was a little housewarming gift. It was mainly, I think, like a joke. He was just like, hey, I got an extra one. Here you go. So I kept it, brought it to this house.
He for sure stole that.
I plead the fifth. Go running back through the house with the fire extinguisher. And again, flames, you introduce oxygen to it, they will get bigger. I am under a covered patio. So I was like, all right, I got to be strategic. So I open the grill a little bit enough to get the fucking nozzle in there. And I'm like in war, bro. This is what I feel like it would feel like to like launch a grenade. I fucking pull the pin as I'm coming out the door because Lo had it open. Run out there. The pin drops down. I lift up. Goes out right away. I was like, oh, thank God. Okay, thank God.
Yo.
I'm looking up at the ceiling. I'm like, please don't be burnt. It's good. Yeah, so that could have ended a lot worse if I did not have that fire extinguisher.
I promise you, throwing a grenade is way more nerve-wracking than that, bro.
Well, I believe it, but it was like one of those cinematic things where you see them pull the pin. Like, that's what I mean. It's totally different scenario. But it was pulling the pin, hearing it hit, and then just... So, yeah, that was our fun last night. By the time I actually got dinner and calmed down, I had a cold dinner.
Why? I feel like that... How long of a process did that take?
Well, you got to think. We came in, brought the chicken in. The goodles were finishing up. I made a salad, put dressing on it. Then I got my goodles on my plate. I cut up the chicken so that, because I cook chicken breasts, so we each grab like chunks, kind of like I do with steak sometime. So we each grabbed our chunk, and then, you know, I got to get my beverage out of the fridge. So I got my sparkling water, and then I finally sit down, and that's in the midst of conversations and talking. And when I look out there, you see the fumes, and I'm like, shit. So, I mean, it was probably on there. I thought I had turned off the grill. It was probably on there for an extra 10, 15 minutes. So by the time that salad dressing was sitting in there, it broke down where it was just the oil, and the oil got hot enough, and that bitch caught fire. I always thought fire extinguishers were like, oh, yeah, you know, they put out fires, whatever. I've never used one. So
I've never used one either.
It's like one of those things, like you hear about an earthquake and you're like, oh, okay.
People should actually teach you how to use one.
Yeah.
I feel like we should all, like, before we get out of high school, have handled a fire extinguisher.
I would agree with that.
I would have no idea what to do.
It's easy. I'll teach you right now. Pull the pin. That's holding the handle so you can't clamp it. Pull the pin, aim, and it comes out. That's all you got to do.
That's it?
That's it.
And it just puts it out.
Puts it out right away. So it's one of those things, like an earthquake, like you hear about them, but you're never like, oh, I can actually understand what that is. A tornado, the same thing. Like you see all these pictures, you know that it's real, you know that it happens, but until you experience something, you don't actually know what that's like. This is how I felt with a fire extinguisher. Like I knew they put out fires, but like I didn't think they were that effective. Oh no, they're fucking, I'm all in. I'm going to get that thing recharged.
You have to recharge after one time?
You got to think
just because they got to put the pin back in or what? Yeah.
Yep. So they got to refill it, repressurize it.
Every time.
Because there's a gauge.
I mean, I guess you shouldn't have a lot of fires, but.
Yeah. Every so many years, and I think like corporations have to do it like quarterly or semi-annually, whatever it is, but you got to make sure that that lever is in the green.
Let me ask you this. If you didn't have a fire extinguisher.
Flour.
I don't have a fire extinguisher. This was a selfish ask.
Yeah. Flour, anything like that, like a dry compound substance that you can kind of like smother it with. So I would have used flour to put it out.
Okay. Good to know. Let's
yeah,
following that one up here.
Week 1, we had a gas leak in the garage. Week 2, I almost caught the back patio on fire. So let's hope that everything from here on out.
Week 3 are leaving, dude. Bachelor party. Let's hope that the girls keep this place standing while you're gone.
Tone sent me a text today. I won't read all of it, but it had me laughing because at the end of it, it said, remember that next time you think burning down the house is the only way out, it's not. Happy Friday. But there was a really nice message ahead of that like made it even more funnier. He was having a time yesterday because, of course, that was the first person we sent the video to. I purposely didn't send it to you because I wanted to show you on the podcast. But yeah, that was our excitement. So that's the house update right now.
Glad studio's still here. Speaking of new studio, guys.
New studio. Every time there's going to be something a little different, something a little elevated. We still got things to do to it, but we got the backdrop, I think, solidified, and there's a couple more things we want to do to the
This
backdrop.
is a new angle. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know. We're just out here trying to make it work, man.
Dude, I'm literally looking like I kind of am the same color as this wall.
And I blend in with the curtain. It don't even look like I got a shirt on. Yeah, so yep, that's that. Let's see what else is going good. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm feeling fucking good. I'm looking
I
good.
told you you're looking lean when I walked in today.
I appreciate it, man, because the last time I saw you, you told me that I looked tired, and
You did, I mean, it was 6 a.m.
yeah, it was. But yeah, the house is coming together. I think I found the desk that I want to get. I'm actually going after this podcast to go and look at it so that way I can get established, because I had to make sure everything in the house was taken care of before I focused on my stuff. You know, I'm a fucking gentleman, and that's what gentlemen do. So now I can start outfitting this. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been nice. We got blinds on all of the windows that we need.
If you know me, then you know I love a good beer, but I also like waking up early to train. That's where Athletic Brewing Company comes into play. Athletic makes award-winning non-alcoholic craft beer that tastes like the real thing because it is the real thing, just without the alcohol. These are for people who train hard, who chase goals, who live active, but still appreciate cracking open something cold at the end of the day. And here's what we love most. Choosing Athletic isn't about removing something, it's about keeping everything that matters. Flavor, ritual, social moments, and still being able to perform tomorrow. So if you want a beer that fits your lifestyle instead of fighting against it, hit up Athletic Brewing Co. and use code Dylan20 for 20% off your first order. Back to the show.
Quick pause to shout out one of the brands we've been repping lately, Optic Nerve. If you spend time running, grinding outside, or just living life in motion, these are the kind of shades that work. Optic Nerve has been around for over 4 decades, building sunglasses that blend real performance and clean style. The polarized lenses deliver 100% UV protection, cut glare, and keep your vision sharp, whether you're hitting a morning run, midday errands, or winding down after. We use this because for us, it's not just about looking good. It's about practicality and comfort. So if you're tired of cheap shades that don't hold up, hit up Optic Nerve. Go to opticnerve.com and grab you a pair today. Use code DTI at checkout and you'll get 20% off. Back to the show. Only thing I had to do is the front door. So buy yourself a house. It's
Oh, wait,
pretty
you got
cool.
blinds everywhere.
Yep.
Where'd you end up going?
Walmart.
Oh, those blinds.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, oh, you did this.
No.
I don't know if you guys understand how much blinds cost. Like, we went to Home Depot and I was appalled.
Yeah.
And I still don't understand, like, the sizing. I don't understand what any of it means.
I don't know. We're not going down that road yet. We're not doing anything like that till after the wedding and honeymoon's over. We're focusing on what's important right now. So we got $5 blinds from Walmart. They're paper ones that we got to fucking flip back up. But if you guys don't know, when you build a house, they don't fucking come with blinds.
I mentioned that to Mandy. She was like, yeah, that's very standard.
Okay.
Like,
well,
I was like, oh, my bad. We were surprised.
sorry, bro. Mandy's always better than us. I hate it, dude. She's too good.
She's bought a home before as well.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I got to ask you a question, dude. You brought it up a couple times, so I got to fucking check in. I got to do my due diligence. I sent you a text the other day that I'm fucking proud of you for the training that you're doing in your vlog that you released. I commented on it, and I told you that I want you to hit sub 3 way more than I want you to enjoy beers at my bachelor party. So be disciplined, stay dialed, do what you have to do at that. But keep hearing you say that you're like burnt out or mentally drained or whatever it is. And I need elaborated. The people need to hear.
I was specifically not going to bring this up on this podcast. I feel like we've been complaining a lot lately. And I was like, maybe we just need to come in with some positivity, but I guess I'll get into it. I don't even, like, burnt out isn't the right word. I don't necessarily know what is. I'm just like fatigued. Fatigued explains it. I'm just tired all the time.
Okay.
And it's
Post Malone.
Yeah. No, it's just like, honestly though, best sleep of my life right now, dude. I am sleeping great every single night. So like it's not like a lack of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there's no time to fully recover right now. I have 6 days of running a week. I have 2 to 3 programmed lifts a week. And like this week I had 2. And I put an extra one in there today. Cause I'm like, I didn't have any arm or chest day basically.
Mm.
I had a lower body and like a full body mobility that was a couple exercises. I'm like, I need something. I need to just feel a pump. And so I'm just tired. Like I wake up, my legs are heavy. I have to go run anyway. Now my legs are even more heavy. Then I have speed work, makes me even worse. And I have 2 days of easy. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming back around. And then I have an 18-mile long run. And it's just never ending. And I understand like this is for a reason. I'm not doing this forever. I have 9 weeks basically of this left.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that like I get why I'm doing it. The workouts are tough. I'm definitely being challenged more than I ever have in the past.
Okay.
And so like I'm excited about that part. But I'm just beat down physically. Like mentally I'm good. I'm being super productive right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing my book every day.
Wow.
I'm doing content still super consistently. So like everything else is still getting done. I just feel tired. But I know that I haven't had a deload week. And I don't know if I'm getting one. Because next week, I told him we're on the bachelor party. He just moved stuff around. He didn't take anything out. So like I still have like a mid-50s week next week. And so I know like these paces are hard to hit. But when I have like 3 weeks of a taper, they're about to be feeling fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to keep my head there.
Yeah, and I think there's a bigger like story to be told there, a bigger like purpose, meaning that like everybody can take out of this. And so I'll just relate it to like my life recently. Like I told you how fucking beat down and tired I was. Like I think that this is a common, when you think of life and you think of people out there, I think that this is a common feeling that most people have in different ways in their life. And that's what we always try and do is take this endurance space, take the physical and relate it back to people's personal life so they can feel the connection to it. And so like when I hear you talk about this, I'm like, yeah, dude, that's how probably 80% of people are feeling because they got to take the kids places. They got to go to work. They got to come home. They got to cook. They got to clean. They got to do laundry. But on top of that, like they might be getting in arguments with their spouses. They might be in arguments with their friends. They might have just lost somebody. They may have gotten into a car accident. They may be depressed or anxious. Like, and I feel like a lot of people in life have that fatigue. They have those heavy legs, but in their mind or just like overall about life where they're like, fuck, I just need another drink because I got to do this. I just need to eat another bag of chips because I got to do this. Oh, I'm not going to cook another meal at home because I got to do this. And so I think that there's a way to look at this outside of the endurance space that everybody that listens can take out of this is like, dude, life's heavy. Life is hard. But one thing that you just said is that you're not stopping, that you're not taking those off days because you know what the end goal is. You know what you're working towards. And I think that's how you guys can pull out what Dylan's saying and what Dylan's talking about is life is fucking hard. This journey we're on is hard. Nothing is easy that we do. And so when we challenge ourselves to be more, to do more, to go after more, we have to understand that that comes with other consequences. Heavy legs. You're sleeping good now, but maybe you wouldn't be sleeping good during this training block. Like whatever those different things are, you travel for work. Like all of those things play a factor in this. And so how do you keep that teeter-totter balanced of when life is good or life is bad? Like how do you balance it out so that way you can manage it, that way you can deal with it? Because when you can't deal with it or you can't manage it, that's when life gets even harder and then you go down the other route. And so like it's a blessing what you're doing in this endurance space and what you're pushing your body to mentally, physically. It's a blessing that you have a significant other, a wife that's letting you do these things because she knows the benefits of it and she sees the other side. Because I'm sure there's things that she's like, oh God, we could have done this instead of Dylan going for a run, or oh, he can't enjoy a cup of coffee with me today, or just like little things like that where it could just make things so much worse. But I know we talk about your endurance space a lot, but again, I just think it's so fucking impactful because of what you're doing and how you're able to navigate life and tailor everything else that goes on in it to be able to fit within it without complaining so much. And like you figure out a way to get it done. And that's what I envy from you and I take away from you is when I was training for the Ironman, like it was very easy when I was traveling to make these different excuses. But when you have people in your life like you or even Justin right now who's fucking smoking his running plan for his marathon, like you see that and it's like, all right, I know Dylan and Justin are going through stuff, but they're still sticking to what they're saying. They're still doing what they're saying. They're checking the boxes every day to build that foundation so that way it doesn't fucking break under pressure.
To the Mandy thing, I actually think that, I know. She would rather me go run because she tells me, she's like, you have so much energy that I don't know if I could deal with you if you didn't go burn as much as you do. She's like, the fact that you still do this and you still come home and have this energy, I don't know if I could deal with it any other way. So she likes that I do this. But a big reason that like I didn't even really want to talk about it or complain about it or whatever, like I put it out there because the vlogs for sure I put it out there because like if you're coming for this, like you want to know like what this marathon build is like. But it's hard for me to complain when like this is a hard that I'm choosing. Like life is hard and people do have things going on, but they also have things going on that are out of their control. If things really got overwhelming for me, I could be like, I don't need to train for this marathon. No one's making me do this. There isn't a gun to my head that says you got to try to go sub 3. I could be like, you know what? I'm just going to not train as hard. I'm going to let myself recover and I'm just going to run it for fun. I'm going to pace Justin or I'm going to do whatever. But I'm choosing to do it. So it's like, suck it up. You signed up for this. It's a 16-week block.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of stems into this conversation that I was having with somebody the other day, and they got this advice from their dad because of stuff going on in their life. And just it's like the domino effect. Like, why do certain things happen to so many people or to like certain people? Like anybody going through something right now, it's like, all right, cool, they're on the up and up. And then just life smacks them again. It's like, nope, fuck you. And then they're on the up and up and life smacks you again. And the advice that they got was like, okay, in retrospect, this given situation, is it that big of a deal? Well, yeah, it might be expensive, or yeah, it might have derailed this, or yeah, it might. So there's always the yeah. But when you are internally looking at yourself and you're like, God, life keeps slapping me. Life keeps trying to get me off of the railroad track, to derail me, to bring me down. With all of those problems that you have or issues or insecurities or whatever it is, trauma, anything that you've went through in life, if you were to put that in a bag and you were to set it down and you got to pick up another random bag, but you didn't know what was in this bag, you didn't know the problems, the insecurities, you didn't know the trauma, you didn't know anything, would you pick that bag up? And it made me think, and I was like, dude, that's so powerful because like there's so many times where we're sitting at a red light and we're like, come on, I'm going to be late. Or we leave late and we're like, fuck, there's so much traffic. And so we let that be a problem. And then something doesn't go well at work and you have a bad meeting. You don't get a sale, whatever. And it's like, fuck, like I never get a sale. I never, whatever. So then you put that in that bag. But then like somebody passes away that's close to you. And then you put that in that bag because now it's a new problem, new issue. You're anxious or depressed, you put that in there. But when you step back and you really look at like what's in your bag and what are the things that are bothering you, that next bag that you might pick up, that person might have just fucking lost their brother, sister. That person might have just got diagnosed with cancer. That person might have just lost an arm or a leg. That person might have just killed somebody. That person might actually be an alcoholic and you don't know it. So when you step back and you think about it, and it's like, yes, I know issues and problems. I know depression and anxiety is real. I know all of these things. But would you be willing to pick up somebody else's bag, not knowing what was in there, knowing that you could be living a worse life or a harder life because of what they're going through?
No, most people wouldn't, dude. Like nobody wants to trade the thing that they know for the unknown. There's too much risk in it. Because like everybody, I don't care who it is going through something. And no one knows what that actually is. So the odds of you getting something worse, or not even worse, but like you've been through your situation, you may not have a grasp on it, but like, you know, these are the things I need to do in order to handle this. Like I can kind of get under control and sometimes it ramps up, sometimes it doesn't. But like you get a whole new list of problems. You've never been through this before. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
No one's going to make that trade.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a good way to like constantly remind people of how great life is. Like, yes, there might be struggles and there might be things that are hard right now. But again, if you're not willing to pick up that mysterious bag of who knows what, somebody could be in financial debt, like whatever, then is the things that you're complaining about, is the things that you're stressing about really something to stress or complain about?
Yeah, I hate comparison, but somebody truly always does have it worse.
Not only do they have it worse, because again, like everybody's problems are big to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the grand scheme of life, it's the same thing with, I mean, anything in life. Like there's always reasons to make excuses. There's always reasons to build up a narrative in your head of why yours is so much worse or why things are so much worse for you. But in retrospect and reality is like, if you have that mindset, if you have that thought process, you're never going to be able to get over things. You're never going to be able to move forward, because it's always the why me, it's the blame game. It's all of those things that will hinder you from actually moving forward. Where if you take them and understand that like this is what life is, and you have to take the knowledge and the your own track and process and thought and everything around that, you have to take that for yourself. Things will get easier. Like I said in my daily drive by this past week, how something that I talk about a lot is like my dad passing away, and how that worst day is now the best day of my life, and how like my dad had his flaws. He drank a lot, all that stuff. And there's some people that are like, oh, he doesn't ever like show that side of it. He doesn't ever talk about that side of it, about the negative and the down.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I've went through this journey of building my mental health and like establishing these habits and all this stuff, I realized that it's a lot easier to focus on the good things, come to terms with the bad things, and realize like I don't want to be this of this person, of that person.
Right.
It's not only my dad, it's other family members, it's friends, it's everything like that. And so I try and take the good traits away and learn from the bad traits that people have, in quotes, bad traits that people had. So that way I don't have to go through it, or I don't have to recreate the family narrative, or I don't have to recreate the cycle that the family goes through, or whatever that is. Because like life is so fucking short. And when you realize that going through these hard times, it's like, okay, I want to be happy. So what can I do to become happy? And that's dealing with it in a way that makes sense to you. It's understanding that all of these different situations that you've been in might not always be sunshine and fucking rainbows. But at the end of the day, if you learn how to come to terms with them and utilize them as ammunition instead of somebody else firing those back at you, shit turns around.
Yeah. I don't understand like the whole, why does he only focus on the good stuff? Like, why does he bring what good is it going to do for you to shit on your dad? Like, he's not here to defend himself. He can't change his behaviors now. Like, you're just harping on something that literally does no good for anyone.
No good for anybody. And the thing is, it could be my dad, my friend, anybody. But why would I always highlight the negative stuff? Why would I always highlight that? Why would I talk about those things?
Honestly, it says a lot about the people who say that type of thing to you, though.
Because they're hurting, or they're not
Or like
healed.
they only focus on the negatives themselves in their own life, in the people around them. And dude, life is so much better when you can look at the positives.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not just about your situation, because yeah, you should always be positive. I took one of those behavioral tests at work. Positivity was my number one attribute.
There we go.
I was
baby.
like, I wouldn't have never put it as number one.
That's what I fucking love.
Never would have put it as number one, but I'll listen to the thing.
If you care about putting in work, whether it is crushing workouts, staying sharp during long days, or just doing right by your body, First Form gets it. First Form isn't about the hype. They build on quality, stand by service, and measure everything by real-world results. Their lineup covers it all. Top-tier protein powders, clean pre-workouts, vitamins, green support, and energy drinks. Even apparel for lifestyle. My go-to, their flagship protein and their clean energy drink. Perfect for after a tough session or to get dialed in for a long day. The energy drink drops 200 milligrams of natural caffeine from green tea, has zero sugar, electrolytes, and nootropics for focus, all without the crash of traditional energy drinks. So if you're done settling for mediocre supplements, if you want stuff that's built on intention, integrity, and performance in mind, check out First Form. Head over to firstform.com/DTI to browse their full stack and see what fits your goals. All right, let's get back to the show.
If you care about staying sharp, energized, and ready to perform, Ketone IQ might be for you. Ketone IQ delivers clean, stable energy without a crash. Unlike caffeine-heavy picks, Ketone IQ uses exogenous ketones that raise your levels, giving your body and brain a different kind of fuel. What that means for you is sharper focus on early morning runs, better mental clarity when you're working or grinding through long days, and sustained energy without the jitters or sugar crash. If you want to try it out, head over to KetoneIQ.com and use code Dylan30 at checkout. You'll get 30% off your order. Back to the show. But like, there's no point to be a victim of your own circumstance. There's no point to like point out everybody else's flaws. Like, it doesn't do anything. If you're doing it, it's most likely to make yourself feel better. And that's a slippery slope in itself, dude. But at the end of the day, like, you can be a victim all you want, but you cannot be a victim and a victor at the same time. Like, you're never going to win in life if you are constantly in this woe is me, why does this happen to me mentality. It's not going to work. Yeah.
That's facts. That is facts. And I paired it as well to like, I don't know. I always get uncomfortable bringing this up, but I got to get used to it because it's fucking a part of me. But during that like spiel that I was giving in the daily drive-by, I was like, it's the same thing that like when people start talking about God, it's like, no, I don't believe in God, or yeah, I believe in God, or like, I kind of believe in God. But it's the same exact situation of like, why would I want, like, it is so much easier to believe than not to believe. And whether it is real or not real, like, why would you not want to think, yes, there's a heaven that's this magical place where you're going to get to see your loved ones again one day, and that God is guiding you in this direction and doing these things not for you, but with you, and helping, leading you down the right path, and all of this different stuff. Like, I just don't get people's mentality around tying this back, focusing on the negative instead of the positive, because the positive is so much better. It's the same thing. Why would people choose to not believe in God and fight that instead of believe in him and just have that faith and hope that this is the real thing, and work on that and grow on it and come to a terms where you're like, you know what? I do believe in this now because I see the things that are happening in my life. I see the impact that I'm making. I'm seeing all these different things that are a representation of something that's a higher power that is worthwhile of believing in instead of not believing in it.
I think specifically to this, a lot of times it's like these deep-seated things that are already in them, whether it's from childhood, the way they're brought up, whatever it is, but that they don't want to believe. Or it's like, this is a weird topic for us to get on, but we'll stick here because we'll stay. But like, I don't even really know, because like I have certain people in mind and I don't want to go specific. And so I'm trying to like dance around it. But at the end of the day, like, I'll speak of my own circumstance. Like, there was a time where like I grew up in church. My family was super involved. Some things happened. We got removed from church. And like, I was like, at that point, it wasn't even about God or anything. It was more about, how do I want to be viewed by other people? I'm like, I don't really want to be viewed like these people. So like, I'm just going to go over here. And so then like you get caught up in the ways of the world, and then you get so ingrained in them, like they're hard to give up. And if you do say that you believe in God and you do these things, like eventually you're going to have to give these things up. And this is an internal battle. Everybody has their own convictions. They feel their own thing about certain things. But this is also why a huge topic of mine on this podcast is drinking. It is something that I struggle with, like, internally, because I know that there's certain times, and it's not all the time, thank God, but there was a certain point in my life where it was every time, where I didn't like who I was when I drank, and it would get out of hand and this and that. Much better handle on it. I would not say that anymore. Yeah, sometimes it happens, like, but it's in a much better spot. But I think that a lot of times it's people wrestle with that, where it's like, I'm not going to believe because then I have to do this. And like, they don't want to give up this thing. And you follow him long enough, you're going to have no choice. Like, he's going to make you, or else it's not going to happen. And so I think that people just don't want to go down this path because they know where it leads. And it's going to lead them away from their friends. It's going to lead them away from the things that they like to do right now. It's going to lead them away from quick pleasures. But ultimately, like, we found it through whatever journey we're on. Like, delayed gratification is where it's at. Like, if you get gratification for every little thing you do, you're probably not going to be living a healthy life. And so, like, following God in general, it's like, if I do all of these things and it makes me a better person and I get to the end of my life and God's not real, I still lived a healthy life. I still lived a life that was for other people. I still lived like like, everything that I did was to make me a better human being. So why am I not just going to do those things? And that comes down to, like, you're better off to believe than not to believe. But like, for a lot of people, man, it's way deeper than that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. It's also interesting the thoughts that I ponder on and stuff like that when I'm on the road because I just have so much time to think. And I believe that sometimes even the people closest to me probably hate fucking having conversations with me because they'll bring something up and I'm like, well, yeah, but look at it this way. Well, yeah, but it's actually not that bad. But yeah, okay, this is all going on, but what about this positive stuff? And so I feel like people even get annoyed because
100%.
I am not a good person to come to when it comes to, I'm a great person to come to talk to, but I'm not a great person to come to talk to if you want me to agree with
I'm not going to commiserate with you.
Yeah. Because again, I do it out of love and respect of like, hey, I hear you. I hear this. I hear that. But what about this? What about that? And I'll challenge the way that they're thinking. Not that it's going in one ear out the other. I just don't want them to stick with the mindset or the thoughts that they're having because I know that once they can get those out of the way, they're going to continue to run forward.
Most people don't want to be challenged, though. They just want to come to you, tell you your problems, and you be like, yeah, dude, I can't believe that happened to you. Like, that freaking sucks. Like, that's all they want.
Yeah.
They just want somebody to validate the way that they feel and their negative emotions. But that's not being a real friend.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not going to help you get out of your situation, what am I actually doing here? Like, I'm not going to watch you be in a bad place and just leave you there and be like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure it'll work out eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it always comes out of a place for love and respect for me. And again, it's even like if somebody is complaining about work or stuff like that, I'm just like, dude, girl, whoever.
Get a new job.
Get a new job or just like brush it off. You going to think about this in 2 weeks? Like, and I'll use Lo for an example. Like sometimes she'll get upset with things that go on with work. We all do. I do it myself, whatever. But what I don't do is I don't go and like talk about it, complain about it. I just am like, all right, well, that was a shitty meeting or that was a shitty review I had or whatever it is.
Granted, give yourself 5 minutes and move on.
Yeah, because I know in a week I'm not going to be thinking about it.
And the longer you stay negative about it, it's going to affect everything else, dude. You start if you could really like stop yourself every time you have a negative thought for a day, you would be amazed how much could change.
Yeah.
But most people have a negative thought and they complain about something and then it bleeds over. Now the next thing irritates me just as much because it's piling on top of that. And before you know it, everything is just bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was talking about my sister last episode or 2 episodes ago. Like, not saying that she was complaining about everything, this and that. I'm just saying she's got different people in her life right now that make her think differently, act differently, do differently. And it's crazy having those people around, like how your mindset can shift. Yeah. And again, it's not like she was complaining about this or that, but she's just got a different outlook on life because she now has people around her that are challenging her in different ways that she wasn't being challenged before. And I don't think that she'll mind that I'm talking about this because it's a big fucking kudos to her. But it just shows you like the impact. And so that's like when I look at that, I'm like, okay, it's good that I challenge people, or it's good that I push back a little bit to try and focus on the positive and try and focus on the good, because majority of people out there are like, yeah, let's talk about the bad. Let's be about the bad. Let me get in this with you. Let me know all the details. I'll complain about it with you. And I don't want to be that.
Or they just want the drama. Like they just want to hear it. They're not offering solutions. They're not offering help. They're just here to listen and then tell somebody else about it.
Yeah. I just want everybody to live and love life, man. I mean, granted, and again, there are times where it's like, fuck, life is a lot. Your running journey right now, the stuff that I was just going through, but then you step back and you have that reality check where it's like, dude, these are fucking blessings that I'm putting on myself. These are things that I want to do. And so again, I think the roundabout way of me bringing up this topic that I'm talking about is just like, I want everybody to enjoy life because I know how fucking short life is. My dad passing away. I've had friends pass away that didn't even make it to 20 years old. I have one friend that didn't even make it to 15 years old. Like, it's so short, and we just need to cherish and make the most of it while we can. And I found that focusing on the positives is a lot better than focusing on the negatives. And that's what I want to help people instill in their life, because that's one thing that's huge about this brand and stuff about back here is building that foundation. And that foundation is filled with dreams, goals, and aspirations that you have, and how can you achieve those? And when that tide rises and the tide falls, how do you stay fucking fluent and you're riding the waves instead of them riding you?
Yeah. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. And a big part of it is having people who challenge you, though. And most people don't want that, though. They just want a yes man. They want somebody who's going to coddle them. But I would urge you, if you don't have anyone who challenges you in your life, and this is in different ways. This is physically, this is in your career, this is in your relationships, this is in your spirituality, like whatever it is, like there should be different people, because one person's not going to challenge you every way.
Mm-hmm.
But you should have different people who make you better in all of these different areas.
Yeah, one thing that I say all the time is like, look, I'm going to give you my advice. I don't care if you take it or not. I truly do not. All I want to do is challenge you to think differently and talk to all the people that you need to talk to. Have the conversations, whatever it is, around anything, life, work, relationship, anything. Go and get the advice. Go and get the opinions of others. But then step back and be like, okay, out of this advice that I'm getting, out of these things that I'm hearing, what can I take away from this? I didn't really like what Freddy told me this time, but I really liked what Dylan told me this time, and I'm going to rock with that. Cool. You don't have to listen to one thing I fucking say. But as long as if you're having conversations with multiple people, you take something away and apply that to it to be like, is this going to work or is it not? Or, oh, I really like the way they phrase that. Let me implement this. And so that's the biggest thing for me is like just hearing people out and going to your people if you have people around you, and then actually taking something instead of just having the conversations to have them and them not like reciprocating with them or whatever.
Yeah. Sometimes, bro, I challenge just for the sake of challenging. Me and Mandy were talking the other day, like we're working on this business idea, and she said something that I agreed with. And I openly said, I agree, but just hypothetically. And like I do this shit to myself. I'm like, what if this? And like you'll work through it and you just poke holes in it. Like, because nothing is perfect.
Yeah.
So like if I just sit here and I challenge this in all these different ways that I know other people would come at it, how do we make this as bulletproof as possible?
Yep. I just had that with the new guy that we hired at work. One of my buddies that we hired, we were talking about a situation, and he's like, what do you think about it? I was like, I completely fucking disagree. Literally point blank. He's like, really? And we talked about it, and he's like, all right. And we talked a little bit more, and then we finally got to a common ground. Granted, I told him, I'll go your way. I'll support that. But this is, if you want my honest opinion, this is what I think, but I'm willing to back what you think as well. Because there's no right or wrong answer to this path that we were going to take.
Nuanced.
But there was just a, like, how do you want to look at this short term, but also long term, and how it's going to affect the territory?
Yeah. We're kind of all over the place today.
I like it. I could go multiple different routes, but we won't do that since we've already covered like 19 different topics.
I don't know if people like it when we're all over the place or not. I can never get a read.
I think they all sewed in. Like they all attached. So I think it's good. I mean, we talked about a fucking possum last week.
I think people probably like that.
Yeah. I won't go back into that. The dude sent the thumbnail and I saw that little baby. I was like, oh, fuck.
Was that what it looked like?
It was a little bigger than the one in that picture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that we don't have one. We're in Dallas right now, actually.
Yeah.
So let's hope we don't have one.
Yep. As this drops, we will be at Katy Trail Ice. No, we will actually be on the golf course. And we're going to go have a good time. Bachelor party is next week. Who knows? Maybe we'll take the cordless mics and see what happens, but I don't know if we will. So you guys might see us back in the studio, or you might see us in Dallas, Texas, and we might just do a montage of what my bachelor party is and have conversations during it. So go out there, live your best life. That's all we're saying we want for you guys. Nothing is right or wrong, but at least if you're moving in the right direction, whatever that looks like, that's putting action in, being consistent, and staying disciplined with the things that you say you're going to do. You know life will change, situations will change, and you will continue to prosper and grow, learn, and develop. Have the desire to inspire. Go out there, kiss your mama, and we'll talk to you next week. It's on.
Peace.